Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to my end of the month haul for the month of August. Now, you'll end up seeing mostly two DVDs and mostly Blu-rays that I got in this haul, but mostly you'll end up seeing stuff I got from a convention I ended up going to a couple weeks ago called the Sci-Fi Horror Fest at Vernon Downs. So if you haven't seen my Sci-Fi Horror Fest haul video, it's already up and running, so please check that out. But again, I'm going to show that stuff again in this haul for my end of the month. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, my girlfriend and I ended up going to the mall today, and she ended up getting me this new wallet since my other wallet was kind of like wearing thin and starting to wear out. So we got this wallet over at Spencer's today, and that's the wallet for Terrifier 2. As you can see, it does come with a little chain, and right there's the back. So I thought it was pretty cool. So my girlfriend ended up giving me a new wallet, so why not? This one I ended up finding over at Target, and it's a game, but I figured why not give this game a try since I like the movies, and that's Scream, the game, where here basically it's like 3 to 8 people that can play. I guess the game is only for like 20 minutes, and so can't wait to give this a try. Also, I ended up buying a Blu-ray at the FYE today, and it's an upgrade since I already have part 2 and part 4 on Blu-ray, but I didn't have the rest on Blu-ray, so why not get the whole entire thing on Blu-ray so I could have the whole entire collection? And that's the Final Destination 5 movie collection, where it's got all 5 of the Final Destination movies in one. So, very happy to upgrade that now to add to my Blu-ray collection. Okay, here's the stuff that I end up getting off of Amazon. One of them is a movie I've seen before a couple of times, and I thought the movie was actually good. It was not bad, and it's a suspense movie with Jamie Lee Curtis that was done in the early 1990s, and that's Blue Steel, where she plays a rookie cop who loses a badge, gains a boyfriend, and she's looking for a killer that's using the 44 Magnum. So, Blue Steel, good movie. Another one that I end up getting on Blu-ray, and this was my first time watching this movie on Blu-ray, and I thought the movie was actually pretty good. But when I got the movie in the mail, it didn't come with no slipcover, and I was like really pissed about that. So I guess as long as I got the movie, I'm happy. So the movie I end up watching for the first time is Extreme Prejudice with Nick Nolte, that was done in 1987, where it's also got Powers Booth in it, Michael Ironside. Yeah, so Extreme Prejudice, I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. Also, one of the other movies that I end up getting from Amazon, since none of the stores didn't have it, so I had to get the Blu-ray copy of it. And when I watched this, I thought this movie was actually interesting. And I just had my girlfriend watch it, and she kind of got a little bit freaked out or scared, whatever you want to say. And that's Sting, where a girl finds a little spider, keeps it as a pet, but then her spider gets into something and it just makes it bigger and bigger. So, Sting, I thought was actually not bad. I thought that was actually very interesting. Okay, next you're gonna see the stuff that I got from the Sci-Fi Horror Fest event that I got signed out of my collection for the Blu-rays and stuff I picked up at the event. So I ended up getting a new shirt at the event, and that's the shirt that's got the Sci-Fi Horror Fest logo on it. So Very comfortable shirt. Very glad to finally have that now in my shirt collection. I would also show you the poster that this woman was giving out and signing for free, but I figured it here that I'm just gonna say what the poster is that this woman was signing. Apparently, it's a poster to a horror movie called Brain Hunter: New Breed, 1987, which I ended up watching on Tubi. And if you see me post on Facebook about that movie, it's just not really that good at all, because even though it's only on for an hour and 60 minutes, but that movie was just bad. It was just so bad. I mean, bad acting, audio problems, bad CGI, bad visual effects. It it just wasn't for me. So if you want to check it out, go right ahead. But fair warning. All right, now here's the stuff that I got signed out of my personal collection for Blu-rays. I met Michael Berryman from the original Hills Have Eyes, so I had him sign my copy of the original Hills Have Eyes. So very glad to have him sign that one. He was such a very nice guy. Very nice to meet. Next, Linnea Quigley, who I met 11 years ago at the Scare Convent, was there. So since I couldn't get all my stuff that I had signed by her, so I just figured why not have her sign my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time that I like of hers. That's one of my favorites, and that's Night of the Demons. That's how she put her signature right there in the upper left corner. So very glad to get her signature on the movie. Next, the last one I got signed out of my personal collection, and that CJ Graham, who I met 2 years ago at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest event, was there. So I figured, why not get this one signed? I was hoping I would have the first one in it before I went to the convention, but apparently not. So I guess as long as I got the second one signed, that's fine with me. So I had him sign my Blu-ray copy of Vengeance 2. So I was very glad to have him sign this one. He was trying to figure out how to spell the name Elias, because he's thinking about spelling the word Eliza, but it was actually, but I had to help him spell the word Elias, because he said that he kind of ended up spelling like Eliza like a couple of times. So very glad to have Vengeance 2 signed by CJ Graham. Also, when I met Linnea Quigley after I got my Night of Demons Blu-ray signed, she gave me this little bookmark, and it's a movie that's going to be crowdfunded through Indiegogo, because it's going to be the 40th anniversary for the Return of the Living Dead that'll be coming up for next year. So the movie that she's going to be in is called Return of the Living Dead: Trash's Revenge, where it's got her and pretty much almost the same characters that you saw in the first Return of the Living Dead movie in this one. So definitely looking forward to seeing it. Also, at the event, I ended up picking up some magnets that's in the shape of VHSs, but they were magnets, so I had to get them. So one of the magnets I ended up getting is a magnet of critters. Again, like I said, it's like in the shape of VHS at the time. So there's that. There's also They Live, and my number one favorite horror movie, Night of the Creeps, right there. Also, some more magnets I ended up buying because they had like a special deal buying, saying like buy 5 get 1 for free. So for the other magnets I ended up getting the magnets of Night of the Demons, A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, and A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. So very glad to get those magnets. Also, I ended up getting some keychains up there at the event, and I had to get these keychains because I thought the design was pretty cool. And one of the keychains is The Return of the Living Dead, and the other keychain is Friday the 13th Part 6. Okay, now for the Blu-rays. I ended up buying some Blu-rays from a local indie horror movie company called Mad Angel Films, and what they are, it's a local indie horror movie company that shoots movies locally right here in the state of New York because they're from the Utica area. And I ended up watching theater movies on Tubi, so I figured that why not buy some of their Blu-rays to add to my collection because I thought the movies were actually not bad when I first saw them. So one of them is Romeo 3000, Big Brood. I ended up getting this signed by the director, Matt Peters. Killing Time, aka 3 Days in the Woods 2. Graveyard Shark. And Axe Grinder 666. So I thought those movies were actually not bad. And also when I got those movies on Blu-ray, they ended up giving me a couple of enamel pins. One of the two killers from Killing Time and Graveyard Shark himself. So I thought that was pretty neat. Also, my friend Matt from Union Horror Movies was there. And I ended up buying some movies at his table that he was selling. I ended up buying 2 DVDs that he was selling. One of them I used to have on DVD, but I gave it to a friend of mine. But it's been a while since I've seen it, and I didn't remember much of it. And that's Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes. And the other one I never saw before, but it was my first time seeing it, and that's Pumpkinhead 4. So I thought those two were not really too bad. Next, one of the movies I ended up getting at his table was my first time seeing Nail Gun Massacre. This movie was done in 1985, so when I watched it for the first time, it was just bad, but it was fun though. So I thought the movie was bad, but it was just fun. So, Nail Gun Massacre, another movie from the 80s. Also, my friend Matt decided to throw this in it since I ended up buying one of these movies that's like vampire related. That was my first time seeing. That's Vampire Journals. I thought this movie was actually not bad. I thought it was actually interesting. Next, I ended up getting these two because these ones had a Blu-ray release, but somehow the fourth one does not. And that's the triple feature of Subspecies 1, 2, and 3. And Subspecies 5, which I ended up watching these movies for the very first time, and I thought they were all not bad. I thought they were very interesting. Next, I've seen this movie before many times, and when he had this at his table, I figured I had to get it. And that's Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. So, I'm so glad that my friend Matt had this at his table, so I couldn't resist. I had to get this one. And also, my friend Matt had this at his table, and I've seen this movie before many times as well, but again, I had to get it, and that's The Relic. So, yes, finally got The Relic to add to my Blu-ray collection. So, very happy to have it. So, Matt, again, thank you so much. And also, before I forget, I ended up buying another movie that he had at his table. And I saw this movie once on YouTube, but I thought the movie wasn't too bad. And that's Mother's Day, where 3 young girls get kidnapped by a demented mother and her demented kids, her 2 sons. And apparently, the mom does not care what her boys do, whether it's like rape, murder, or kill. She's always proud of her boys, no matter what they do. So, Mother's Day, not bad of an 80s horror movie. And I think it's a trauma movie as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Alright guys, so what do you guys think? Have you seen any of these movies before? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for some more videos. Later.